Hello everybody, Chucking into 1000 with Bonnie for Duty. Welcome back to an episode of Metroid Prime. In the last episode, we got things started off by me doing a load of scanning, which unfortunately is going to be probably happening a bunch lately because I do not remember which is a logbook scan and which one isn't. And also just exploring this overworld with the abilities we currently have present. Now, I actually accidentally loaded this up at the end of the last episode. This is the logbook. You can see 4 of Sebis. Then you got pirate. Actually, no, that's pirate data. You got pirate data, creatures, research, and 2 other categories that are not currently availably present. And with inventory, you have like arm cannon, morph ball, suits, visors, and secondary items. They will be important in a given time in the future. For this episode, we're going to be carrying things on here in this distress ship. So I'm just going to do each and every not important scan right here. And then move on. Right, so this space pirate, death caused by severe lacerations to the abdomen. Okay. Right, we'll just go into this. Scan that. Door is tightly sealed and does not appear to be receiving power. This device does not seem to be functional. There must be something nearby that will turn it on. Oh, this death pirate got killed because of removal of internal organs. Right, we'll scan this. Door lock enabled. Please insert metallic sphere to open door. Well, hello. A spheric shape would fit into this clamp. Right, so this space pirate has actually received minimal injuries. Okay, so here we turn into morph ball mode, and just like that, sorted. Right, so, sorry, in this doorway, entrance to save station. So if you actually want to save your game at any point, step into this and you'll be able to save your game automatically. It also restores your energy. I'm not going to be saving my game right away, but our energy has been fully restored. There we go. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is actually the one thing I actually forgot to mention when it was in Morph Ball last time. At any point, if you're in Morph Ball mode, push down on the X button and you do just this. But you can also push down the A button or the CR button to actually drop a bomb. So you can do like down here, and do a little bit of a bomb jump. Interesting. Now, this room. We got our first boss fight. Parasite Queen. Parasite female genetically enhanced by unknown means. A weak spot has been detected in its creature's mouth. Use your auto-targeting to acquire this new target. Scans indicate the presence of a potent mutagen. Organs unknown. I say origin, sorry. Creature exhibits the ability to fire weapon-grade blasts of energy from its mouth. A trait not present in the standard parasite genome. It appears the Pyrus have begun a bioengineering program with considerable results. So yeah, that proves it. The space pirates have been doing something in this space station. So when he does that beam attack, just dodge over to one side. The best thing for you to do in this case is use your missiles, but don't waste them, basically. Just wait for that barrier to stop doing that rotation thing. And there we go. Certain boss fights, I will admit, they will have multiple scans for each individual phase. Parasite Queen is not one of them. Now, upon killing it, yep, we got to evacuate. We have 7 minutes to escape. Oh, it did not scan that door, but that's fine. It's not an important scan anyway. Right. Auto turret disabled. That's how you turn those things off. This creature is deceased. Creature's incubation period was prematurely determined. Its shell has not yet fully hardened. Right, so Space Pirates here. They're basically there to actually serve as a distraction for you. Right, he's gone. This is now going to blow up, so we can now go in. Oh! I hate it when the TV does that. That's the second time he's done that today. Okay, here are the parasites. They only do 1 health of damage if you run into them. Just basically ignore them and just move on. Okay, there you go. I was going to say, how do you actually get that door open? Okay, I've got no missiles left. Oh, okay, the parasites are going around in this room as well. That door, open please. Thank you. Only problem with actually shooting at doors in Metroid Prime sometimes if you shoot them from a distance, you're gonna have to deal with waiting for a little bit. I forgot about that crusher wall being there. Oh, God, stop activating morph ball mode! Now, this is interesting to say the least. Obviously, we know in the Metroid games we have Ridley. I do not know which Metroid game he was first debuted in, and yes, I will say this. There is Metroid Prime, there is a Super Metroid on the SNES. I am not willing to play that game. I really am not. Because I do not like it where it's like you push down on the controller to turn into docking mode, and then push down again to turn into morph ball mode. When the other Metroid games that I have played, being Metroid Prime and Metroid Dread, you turn into morph ball mode just from the push of one button immediately. While in combat fighter mode, press and hold CL when this object is in your view to perform a grapple beam swing. Oh, right. So that we saw was Meta Ridley. Cerebral casing stable. Exoskeleton seal holding. Begin umbilical retraction. Weapon update complete. Stinger ballistics online. Plasma fuel cell online. Right. Disable the auto turrets. And then as soon as we scan this, a cutscene will happen. And just because of that explosion, we have lost all of our abilities. Vario suit malfunction, morph ball malfunction, missile malfunction, charge beam malfunction, grapple beam malfunction, and other kinds of malfunctions that have not been mentioned. So we are now just forced to stay as regular Samus without the ability to morph ball, bomb, or anything else. And as soon as you step out through that door, the cutscene will activate, seeing Meta Ridley fly away. And Samus will go into her spaceship to chase after him. And that is the end of the tutorial. Tracking on enemy target has been lost. Ground-based recon required. Begin landing sequence. So yeah, the tutorial is done now. So now the actual gameplay will fulfill. Welcome to Talon 4. In our first explorable area, Talon Overworld. Do you want to save? Yep, we'll save the game. So immediately, first scan into the logbook. Hunter-class gunship registered to Sarah 7. You can return to your ship to recharge energy, reload weapons, and save progress in the game. This is not an important scan. Red starburst edible flowers bloom seasonally, considered a delicacy in many territories. And immediately, down this way. Tangleweed, plant life with basic sentience, retracts into ground if threatened. Tangleweeds are only dangerous to small organisms. They are covered in tiny barbs designed to trap potential meals. Tangleweeds lack the strength to do anything more than hinder large life forms. And if we shoot them down... okay. It's not letting us scan it. Maybe on the other side? There we go. Missile expansion. Increases the number of missiles you can carry by 5. These are one of the very few collectibles that you can pick up in the entire game. And the reason why I have an IGN website saved in my favorites, so I can keep tabs of everything that I have correspondingly picked up. And let's see over here, this scan, not really important. This scan, not really important. If we jump along here, music is actually lovely to listen to, by the way. In fact, in your spare time, if you have the Nintendo Music app, I recommend you just go to the playlist of Metroid Prime Remastered, and listen to the soundtrack because it is wonderful. Right, here we go. New creature. Seedling, plant-based ground feeder. Dorsal spines can be ejected in self-defense. Oh, right. I don't have charge shot. I immediately forgot. Now this, obviously you don't have to scan every individual door. I do not know when they have to scan the doors in the tutorial level, personally. But this, the impact crater. Not important for right now to come here, but it is important to actually come here first thing the second that you start the game. Because over here, this is the pirate data that's going to be found correspondingly around the majority of the areas. You've got to pay close attention to stuff like this. Space pirate encrypted data decoded. Log 10.308.0. Field team reports Field team reports are in on an aged structure on alien design built on the surface of Talon 4. Studies show this structure projects a containment field. This field bars access to a prime source of energy within a deep crater. Science team believes the field is powered by a number of strange Chozo artifacts. We have found some of these relics and studies on them have begun. As this field could hinder future energy production operations on Talon 4, we must dismantle it as soon as possible. If this means the destruction of the Chozo artifacts, it will be done. And here, there is a blast shield on the door blocking access. Analysis indicates that the blast shield is invulnerable to beam weapons. Explosive weapons may damage it. So that means we need our missiles to destroy this. So when we pick up the missile launcher, we have to remember to come back here. Oh, and then by the way, if you were to kill an enemy in a room, the enemies do not respawn until you traverse through 2 rooms. So if we jump down here, we can see there is a doorway here, so we might as well interact with it. Another creature, Blast Cap. Volatile chemicals within this weed's toxic fungal cap may explode if agitated. The poisonous flesh of the blast caps help keep it from being eaten. It also detonates its fungal cap when it senses even slight contact. So that means if you get close to him, they're gonna shake like this. Meaning, if you have to kill them, you will take damage from them blowing up. Best to shoot them from a distance. The rock formation blocks most of the tunnel, but there is a small opening near the floor. So we need morph ball to actually go through that, and we do not have access to that yet. So, only one place we can go. We can go in down this way. Not important, but just know it's there. We have to go in through this doorway. And these enemies are beetles. Beetle burrowing insect with a resilient carapace, extremely aggressive. The insect's massive mouth enables it to tunnel through solid rock at high speeds. Above ground, beetles can cover short distances rapidly. They attack anything that moves near their lair. So we'll get rid of them. There's only 2 of them in this room, so do not worry. Right. Oh. Sapsack. Okay, this is an enemy. So this is a creature for logbook, weirdly enough. You can shoot these to actually, like, receive something for your trouble. And here, large energy replenishes 20 units of health. Don't personally need it, but it's helpful nonetheless. And here are the Sumas in action. Anchors itself into walls and other surfaces. Avoid contact with spikes. A basic nerve center located directly above the Suma's mandibles detects nutrients. Sharp spines protect it from casual predators, but the lack of a reinforced carapace makes the Suma vulnerable to any indirect attacks. So if you try shooting them with a beam weapon, they will actually take damage and die. But there are certain enemies that are immune to your shots. Stone surface, this lichen grows on appears too smooth to be natural. Oh, this enemy. This is a Gema, wall-crawling mollusk with retractable spikes. The Gema is an evolutionary offshoot of the Suma family. When threatened, it extends lethal spikes and retracts its head deep into its armored carapace. Meaning, you can't shoot them normally to kill them. You have to kill them by another means. Now, that way down the half pipe is actually the correct way to go. But you can jump up around here. Follow the path around. And go into this doorway. We have another creature that we can scan. Blood flower. Able to eject toxic spores. Toxins are poisonous even to the blood flower itself. 3 mouth nodules protrude from the stalk beneath the flower, each with a rudimentary brain cluster and the ability to spew toxic fumes at anything within a 5-meter radius. The spores ejected from the stigma at the center of the flower are sufficient to kill the creature if they explode in its vicinity. So, that means when it shoots that toxic debris, shoot it back at it. And it will immediately kill it. There's nothing else you can do in this room, but just note that he's there. Now we'll jump down. And we are forced to go into this door. And here, access to Chozo Ruins West granted. Please step into the hologram. So we did not get to stay in Talon Overworld for long. We are forced to go through one path and go straight to where we have to go, which is the Chozo Ruins. And yeah, you will be seeing this cutscene every single time you go up and down the lift, just as a heads up. Scan this again, just to get that at the ready. You don't really need to scan it the second you actually first use the lift, because it will be automatically active. Oh, occasionally you will get this. If at any point you feel like, oh, I do not know what to do, the game will occasionally pinpoint like, oh, you need to go to this location to get your first ability. That's what it does. Now, pay attention to the side of the screen there. You can see a blue box, purple box, white, red, black, green, and other items below it. Those coloured boxes are depicted upon the doors. We do not know yet of what the purple, white, red, and black are, but the blue means any beam. So that can be a hint to something. If it's a green, that means the door has been opened, but they do tend to like shut on occasion, so be aware of that. Anywhere that actually has the number E in a box, like here, that is a room that corresponds to having an elevator. Bless me. Now, we're not going to be able to see most rooms that have this, but there will be rooms that have an M inside it for missile recharge. So you can just enter that room, walk up to a terminal, recharge your missiles whenever you're too far away from your ship, and then bam, just like that, you've restocked your missiles, no problem. And of course, the S indicates the save station, and the question mark over there indicates the hint. We're going to be dealing with more enemies over here, more beetles. Right, we'll scan this. Not very important. On this, Chozo lore. The history of the Chozo stretches back into ancient times, so far into the fog of the past that we know not where our ancestors came from. One thing is clear, however, the Chozo who colonized Talon 4 made a conscious choice to eschew a civilization of advanced technology. We Chozo chose to live in harmony with nature, guided by the providence of the universe. We believe we will spend peaceful days here and plan to leave our words from time to time. You want to pay attention to these because if you see a wall with that glowy aura around this silhouette, that means there's Chozo lore there and you can basically scan it at any point. These you do want to scan, same as the pirate data, as much as you can. So anyway, when it coming to that, we're going to call things an end to this episode. Next time on Metroid Prime, we will trek on into the Chozo ruins. See you guys then.